What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. What doesn't kill you makes a fighter. Footsteps even lighter. Doesn't mean I'm over, 'cause you're gone. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Hey everyone, Emilie DeAngelo, also known as the PH Healthy Gal, with the Balancing Act of Life, courtesy of TLB. And today, I'm going to be cooking Thanksgiving dinner. However, I'm going to call this episode the Thankful Dinner. And why I'm going to do that is because you can use everything that I'm going to point out today and show you in everyday celebration. So it's you're going to get some tips today, some strategies, some little PH Healthy Girl tips, and I'm not going to want you to use them all the time. They're just for when we're having a big dinner like this. But I'm keeping it really healthy, really clean. So today we're going to learn about the organic livings. We're going to learn about low sugar, which is low acid. We're going to go gluten-free, which you heard from Melinda and myself how much living without gluten is just so much better for you. And there's so many studies out there anymore linking gluten to so many things. So preparing meals for your family that are the healthiest they can be with the best flavors. So here they're getting a great meal that they're enjoying, but that it's healthy, nutrition, and really taking care of their body and keeping disease free and them feeling their best. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have some help in the kitchen today. Woo woo! And as we go along, I'm going to point things out. And again, I want to have a shout out to TLB, Roger, Rebecca, and Luca. Thank you so much. They're very thankful today to be in the group with you guys and playing it forward and changing one person at a time, just to make it a better world for all of us and to wake us up a little bit, to be accountable for our health and what we're teaching our children and our families. Because everybody, you can do this all day long, but it's actions that would speak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my my left-hand man here, because he's not on the right of me, and we're going to start preparing the turkey. So right now I'm going to ask our cameraman, Rocco, to cut it. Now everybody keep in mind, I don't get paid from anybody that might be showing up on the labels, but these are things that I use, so I'm just sharing them with you. Now this is Mary's organic turkey. See how big this baby is? It's a 17 pound. I paid $35 for it. It's pretty comparable anymore. You're going to notice that the organic and natural things, but you really want to be organic. And you can see the label here, what it says. Gluten-free, no antibiotics, the whole thing. Got the USDA symbol, as I try to teach you, PH Healthy Gal here at the Balancing Act of Life on TLBTV, that just because it says organic doesn't mean it's fully organic. It has to have that USDA green and white, as you're seeing there. So don't get fooled. Educate yourself. This is what this is all about. This is what we do here. So this is our turkey that we're going to start off with. And we have a really, really nice brine and seasoning kit. And a lot of your seasoning kits and brine are a lot of herbs and seasonings and things like that. But you, again, want to try to keep things organic. It's the best thing for your body, for your family. There's no added chemicals. I actually got this one up at Whole Foods. Again, I don't get paid for announcing to anybody, but these are the things that I use. There's locally anymore. I'm finding things in my supermarket that I need and that I can use. So we're going to get started with the turkey here. Just wanted to show you what we were doing, and be back in a couple seconds. So this is a little bit different. Kind of looks like the Hansel and Gretel kind of thing going here. I don't know why I'm saying Hansel and Gretel, but there's the brine bag that's being used. The brine's in there with the warm water, and they're mixing it. It's kind of weird, but I've never done it this way. But I like this bag. It's really thick.
Because we don't follow an actual recipe.
Oh, okay. You hear that? That's from the expert there. So this is until it dissolves, and then we'll add the other packet. and we'll be
No, you don't.
closed. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Excuse me. The boss there. Go ahead, boss. Explain to me what goes on from here.
You just stir until it dissolves. This is the rub right here.
Oh, it's the rub. I'm sorry. That's what it is. It's the rub. Okay, guys. My organic stir and organic rub that we have going on. Come on, Star. Say hello.
Hello. Bonjour.
Okay, we'll be right back to let you know how it turns out.
Hey,
Okay, well, everybody, it magically has been brined. Isn't that the power of editing? Isn't that great? Look how nice. So what we're going to do, according to your instructions, we're going to let this baby sit in the refrigerator for a little while, again, according to instructions. And then we will take it from there. Go. Okay, with the magic of editing and video, we've switched over to the potatoes, the mashed potatoes. Now you guys are going to be like, what are you doing? It's a baked potato. Well, you're right. I really like the texture of the Japanese yams. They're very creamy, and Time Life did a whole big, I guess they were researching different areas of people that had longevity, the different foods they ate, and they found out that people who were eating the Japanese potato had something in their culture where it kept them living longer. Now, is there any merit to it? No idea. But I try to follow everything when I hear like that, especially if Time put money out to do all that kind of research. I like to follow it and see it, and then I discover things that I like or I don't like. And I love these Japanese potatoes. They got different nutrients that I'm not going to go into all that today. But I like to bake these. And traditionally you boil them and mash them. It's kind of the same thing. And I don't use a lot because I don't use a lot of starches. So you'll see I only have 3 potatoes here. But it's just enough. It's just enough to have something on the plate and say that we have it. So I'm just going to put them in the oven. Put them in the foil. Do your poking like you normally do. And then when they come out, along with the turkey, they're going to be really soft. All I have to do is let them cool down, skin them. Put them in just a regular bowl, and you can mix them with the mixer if that's what you do, or if you're a masher, same thing. I use almond milk. If I use butter, it's organic. Salt and pepper, and that's basically just the same, but I replace the milk with the almond milk. I use organic butter, but I don't use salted butter, I use the unsalted. And then I might add a little flavoring to it too, put some onion powder in it, sometimes even garlic. So again, it's all the same, whatever you're liking, but replace the things. You're going to find so many things out there that you can replace what you normally use, and you'll see that you like to taste. Now, I'm not saying that everything that you're going to taste you're going to like, but I have found out, my son, we've just learned that we like to taste just as much, and knowing that it's better for us and we're not getting hormones, pesticides, and chemicals, well, it just keeps our body clean. So I'm going to wrap these babies up, and before you know it, I'll be back and we'll be working on something else. I want to take a minute in between while we're waiting for the brine, the turkey, and then I'm going to get started with the pie soon, to just introduce you to some products that I use. That just check them out, because they replace products that have gluten in them, and some of your sugars, the artificial ones. You really want to take a look at using different sugars in your lifestyle for acid reasons, for low sugar, for getting rid of gluten. One of the things I've been using a lot with cooking, and again, it doesn't pertain to this dinner, I'm just introducing you to some products I use, is yeast flakes. They're gluten-free, and you can use them for different things in baking. So when you're looking at different ingredients, try to replace the normal ingredients that we're used to using all the time with, less sugar. Like say if it calls for a cup of sugar, maybe cut it down by half. I'll tell you, it doesn't get missed. And other sugars that you use that have even more flavoring are a coconut sugar. I use a coconut sugar on different baking with cakes, I know I keep saying a lot because I have a lot going on in my head, and that's nothing new, right? I know, Rebecca, if you're watching this, I know what you're thinking, but yes, I got a lot going on. However, not enough going on to make sure that myself and my family are eating low alkaline, low sugar as much as possible, and keeping our pH at a 7.3. It's very important. So I found that this sugar, coconut sugar, is really good too. It comes in vanilla, and you'll use it in different baking. Like I said, anytime that you're baking, using any kind of recipe, take a look at the recipe beforehand and see if there's anything that you can use in place, because you're going to find it almost now with everything on the market. You can replace traditional things that have gluten, high sugar, flour. Flour is just another thing that I try to replace the white flour. I try to replace the white flour with different flours that we have here. I'm going to be using a sweet white rice flour today for gravy, replacing the starch and some other things. So there, again, look on your shelves, take the time, because then you'll get used to it. It'll be like second nature. I also use the almond flour. Another great replacement for regular traditional flours. And they have different tastes, which you'll get used to, and they're really good. I also order different things just to make things easier. I found this on Thrive Market. This is a great for bread mix, and it's all almond flour mix. It has the almond flour in there. It's taking you away from the traditional white flour. So look around. I use Thrive Market. I use my local markets anymore. My natural food market, Bonneterres in Harbor Township. Huge. I'm going to get to do gluten-free stuffing to show you all that in a little bit once I get to it. But I just try to introduce you to different ways of thinking and lessening maybe the sugar when it calls for 1 or 2 cups. So all those things, guys, when you're cooking, be smart. Just take your time. Don't just be so stressed out to cook and all that. Do it with love. Do it with thinking about overall about your body and how you eat. So, not too sure what's going to be up next, but we're either going to do stuffing or we're going to do the pie. However, it's coming to you real shortly, and I'm going to have my guy cut. Okay, now we're on the last leg of brining and flavoring the turkey before it goes in the oven. We just took the olive oil, the organic olive oil. Going to open up our organic herb turkey rub, and our junior chef here is going to rub it on down. So left hand helper, you want to open that up and sprinkle it on there so he can do that. Okay. What is with the face? Now you're going to take that and rub it all around. Do the hokey pokey, turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about. You want to get it all and try to keep as much on the turkey as possible.
Just smooth it around, that's all.
But that's it, guys. Next stop is the oven. Then we're going to get on to making our stuffings and pie. See you shortly. So as our turkey is cooking, I wanted to show you, I'm cheating a little bit here. I got a cheesecake, but I will be making a berry pie, which you'll see. And this is gluten-free. It's also dairy-free and soy-free. However, guys, just with anything you're doing, I'm huge for sugar because sugar is acid and disease loves acid. So this is high for sugar. If I would have made this, I would have gotten that sugar down by at least a third. So, I'm going to have a little tonight, and I'll probably, at the end of this episode, show you a couple tricks of the trade to cut some acid. for yourself so your pH doesn't get affected too much. But again, as I said before, you really just do not want to do that all the time because it will backfire and it doesn't give you health by just doing tricks. So again, these are nice once in a while kind of treats. They taste good, which is a lot of things when you're changing from one lifestyle to another, is getting the taste. So I do recommend this company. They have some good cheeses and other things of that sort. So take a look, and again, just be mindful of everything you do. Now we're on everybody's favorite, the stuffing. Now, we didn't put the stuffing in the turkey. Yeah, shame on us. Whatever. But this is Pacific, really good, not manufacturer, process, or whatever. But it doesn't look like that. They actually look like croutons. But they're gluten-free. They're already seasoned. And you can use this on the stovetop, or you can put it on the stovetop and then put it in the oven to bake, which is usually the better taste. So we're going to take this and mix it. It says butter, but you can also use coconut oil. And we have 100% organic extra virgin coconut oil. Gives it a good taste, and obviously it's much better for you. It's dairy free, and again, organic coconut oil versus olive oil or butter is better, but an extra virgin olive oil is also good. So I use both in my cooking. In addition to that, in here you can do celery, onion, season it, pepper. You can throw rosemary in. It depends what kind of taste and spices that you want. But anything that you cook with, you know, you have certain spices that you like, use them. Because flavor is what people are after. It's not necessarily, you know, bread or anything. It's really a flavor they're looking for. So I'm going to take this, start cooking, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like after I saute it and get it in here and ready for the oven. So be right back. Now I put the extra virgin coconut oil in. Let it melt down. I'm going to add the celery, the onion, and the spices as I spoke of. We're doing the stuffing right now. And just for a little bit, we're going to let them brown up. You can hear them simmering, and boy, they smell good. We have some thyme in there. A little bit of garlic broken up in there too. But again, the celery, the onion makes such a difference when you put it in the stuffing mix. And we'll take it out of here after we saute it and put it all in the oven. So I will show you what that looks like in just a couple seconds. Now, as we're waiting for the stuffing, we got 10 minutes on that for it to saute before we add it in to everything else and put it in the oven. I have here butternut squash. It's already cut, organic, the whole 9 yards. Now, for those of your family, friends, or whatever, they really like a butter taste, no problem. Use the organic unsweetened butter, a little bit. You don't have to slop it all in. You can either saute it in a pan, or I'm trying to get as much in the oven to keep it timed. Or you can put it in a Corningware cooking dish, and you can add garlic, you can add onion, but for this one I'm going to do some onion, butter, and a little bit of cinnamon. And that gives it some flavor. And again, we're looking for flavors because, as I said, people are looking for flavors. They're not necessarily looking for fat. They're just looking for taste, and that's what we're all looking for. So, again, I'm going to take this out. I'm going to put it in here, add a little pepper, salt, butter. I don't know if I'm going to put onion in or not. I might just do the onion for something else on the green beans later, and just do the cinnamon for this. So, green beans are next. Stay tuned while I do this. Ready to get the butter squash with some butter and cinnamon in there. Going to put that right in the oven next to Tom. Ooh, look at Tom. He's browning up, and those potatoes, ooh, they're going to be soft. We're going to have some real soft potatoes. We'll put them in there. I'm going to baste the turkey a little bit. our baster. And he browned up. Wow, I got lucky on that. Can you get that, Rock? Look how nice and brown he got. Now for those of you who do not eat meat, there are so many alternatives out there. So you're not feeling left out at all. More and more you're seeing things even in our regular grocery stores. But you also have all the natural mom and pop stores as well as the big guy Whole Foods. There's just no reason, if you don't just take some time and plan to make yourself healthy, that you can't be that way. And when you're healthy, you just feel better, you look better, you act better, you make more money. And that's a known fact, actually. All those things. Better relationships, better life. Who doesn't want that? We're only in this one time around. Let's get it right. Alright guys, I'm going to go back to my stuffing and I'll show you in a second how that's going. We removed the onion, the mix from the heat, and now we're putting in the stuffing mix, and we're going to add, you can either use broth or you can use hot water, and Rock has the servings of the hot water. Yeah, I couldn't find the other larger one, so here we are. Looking like some misfits here. But we're going to put that in. We'll mix that for a little bit more, and then we'll place everything into our blue, I think actually it's a Martha Stewart. I got it from Kmart, and it's got a cute little lid. Probably did it for the color. But we're going to stir this around. That means you. That'll soften it up before it goes into the oven with the butter squash and Tom the turkey and those potatoes that have probably been in there just a little bit too long. We're going to have to get them out of there. So we'll show you that in a second, the finished product that's about to go into the oven. Okay, there it is. It's finished and ready to get the lid put on it to go in there with Tom. In addition to this dinner, we're adding some fresh organic green beans. We've cut off the ends. And for a little bit of a different taste, we're going to use, you want to show what it is? There we go. The coconut oil, extra virgin organic, and we're going to put that in there. Just a couple, I guess, spoonfuls. That'll melt. I'll give it a really good coconut flavor. That's enough, huh? And then we are going to add, for a different kind of flavor, some lemon. Or, I'm sorry, I'm wrong on that. We have lime. It's an organic lime juice. And that really gives it a really good flavor. And we're not going to cook these too long. That's enough, hon. Ah, forget it. We're all going to be sucking our lips together on that. But, as I was saying, we're not going to cook these too long because we don't want them mushy. We want them a little bit of tender and a little bit of hard. And this will only take about 10 minutes, so I don't know. A little high already, don't you think, guys? You want to lower that a little, hon? So there we have it, guys. We took the potatoes out, as you can see. We finally get them out of there. We're going to mash them on up, and we'll show you that too. But the name of the game that I'm trying to show you here, everyone, is flavor is everything. Organic is a must. Instead of fatty oils, fatty butters, you use flavors. You use your onions, you use your garlic, you use your salt, your pepper, and like I said, your coconut oils, lemon, lime, whatever you like. Just start experimenting with things, and I bet you start enjoying food more than before. We got the left-hand man helping us out with these very hot but soft potatoes that we took out of the oven. Now, we usually take the skins off, but we decided not to because we actually eat them and we like the skins. Little bit of almond milk, as you can see. A little bit of butter. organic, unsalted. And let me tell you, just a little bit.
Whoops.
Oh, there we go, a splash of it. Some salt and pepper. And we have some really good potatoes there. And as I said before, these are the Japanese yam. And they're so creamy tasting, great texture. Everyone will enjoy them. I know I will. Our turkey is out. Tom is looking really good. And we're taking the juices from Tom here, putting them in the pan. And what I'm going to do is be mixing up a little bit of a roux. But the problem is I do not have the broth that I thought I had, the organic broth. I don't have it, so I'm hoping that I can make a really good mix with the sweet white rice flour with some water and the seasoning in there. I'm hoping is enough, but normally you'll put organic broth, a turkey or a chicken, and then you'll mix it with the water, the white rice flour, and make a nice paste. We're going to put this on the stovetop, and then you would mix it and put it in and try to thicken it up for the gravy. So I'm not sure how this is going to turn out. I'm hoping for the best. It is what it is at this point. But here we are. The gravy is, look at that. You're not seeing much fat at all on the top. And we're using gluten-free. So all around, we're making a meal that really is just cleaner and better for you. Let you know how it pans out. A couple more. Well, everyone, this is the end result. I'm glad to report that it turned out really well. The chicken was nice and moist. The potatoes came out good. I will say that we're a little bit sketchy about the green beans. I think I left them on there too hard. But our butter squash and our dark stuffing there all came out good. And the gravy, a little bit peppery and spicy, but it has a great taste. So thank you for joining us. And this is Emilie De Angelo, TLB, Balancing Act of Life. Have a great, thankful meal.